idea. We have another project idea. You want to see what we're going to come up with? You excited? Okay, we have a new project. So my next project is a pants upcycle with these vintage wool trousers that are Robert stock. I got them at a sidewalk sale in Austin. They actually were free because toward the end of the sale, the store started a pile of things that were literally free. It was just like a pile of stuff. And I picked up these pants because they fit me nice and the fabric is really good. There's no tag, but I can tell that they're wool, and they have a nice little tiny houndstooth pattern. And I've had them for more than a year, and they're just not really my style. I don't really wear trousers anymore. I work from home. My plan is to turn them into a pair of fun joggers. I feel that I will use joggers more because they will be a little bit more comfortable. And the way these pants are constructed, they should be easy to undo the waistband and actually add a bit of ease in the hips where will provide me a little bit of comfort. There is a slight bit of damage on the front of the pants, and they're a little bit like felted. I think somebody at some point may have put them in the wrong washing cycle because they're like kind of felted. But that doesn't bother me. I think I can still get some use out of these. So my plan is to cut in the inside of the leg and add some elastic so they become a bit like a jogger. And then I'm going to pick the waistband and add the waistband, elastic waistband from these fun hippie pants that have great tassels. So I think that will be something that I would wear a little more than these kind of classy trouser pants. I'm a bit of a casual person, and I may do some applique or embroidery on the front to cover that little hole and maybe just add a bit of balance so that they don't seem like a random design. I think this is going to be a really cool project, and I'm excited to get started. So why don't you check it out? And then I did a sketch, so I will show you explain a little bit better what my plan is. Here is my sketch. This is my general plan. These are the trousers. My plan is to add the waistband of these pants, as I mentioned before. It fits me good, and might as well reuse the elastic and the fun tassels. Then I will put some elastic at the ankles so that they fit like a jogger. And then I will add some decorative motifs such as either embroidery or potentially do an applique work by cutting out one of these flowers, see around the edge, and applique them on the pants. I will figure that out later as that is more of a decorative feature. And I'm excited to get started. Where could my kitty be? There she is, in the basket. Who knew that this kitty liked baskets? Hello. Hi. Hi, you want attention? Look at that little kitty purr. So much purring. So we started seam ripping. I have my seam ripper here. And these are very nicely constructed, these pants, so it's going to take a while. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. My helper is here for moral support. Right? For moral support. I'm making progress on the waistband. This is a little more complicated to seam rip than I thought, but we're making progress. Right, Cookie? I just got the waistband off, and I need to seam rip this fly off. And my plan is to then seam rip these pleats open to give myself a little more ease around the hips. And then I will seam rip this back portion to also give a little more ease into these pants and make them a little more comfy. But we are making progress. Oh yes, and one more thing, I will probably cut out this lining because it's just on the front side. It's just to the knee and on the front side, and I don't think I need it in here, so I am going to just cut it out. I'm going to sew the front and back center seam. I sewed a new center back and a new center front, as you can see here, and I'm going to take the waistband from those other pants and I'm going to line them up with the center front here and pin all the way around, making sure to catch the pockets and replace the waistband. So I put pins at the center front and the center back and the two sides, and then I'm just going to start sewing, and then what I'll do is I'll pull this part and make sure that everything is lined up nicely. So I went around where the pins were and I sewed the 4 seams, the center front, center back, and side seams, so that it's a little more secure. And then what I'm going to do is pull real taut and sew along the edge of this waistband right here. And I think that'll make sure that the gathers are really even. So I'll keep you posted. I finished sewing in the waistband and I think it looks really cute. I love it. I love the look. It looks definitely more like a pants that I would wear. So I'm really excited. I love how the drawstring turned out. The sewing is not perfect, but honestly, I think it's good enough for me to wear. And now I'm going to focus on kind of cleaning up some of the threads and then coming up with a plan to mend where there is a bit of damage in the fabric. So I have a couple of ideas. I could either do some sort of maybe applique / embroidery of a little bit of a flower from the waistband fabric, or I could just like use my black crochet thread to embroider something. I'm gonna look at some ideas and maybe some other items that I have done embroidery on and see what I come up with. I'm not sure where to start with the embroidery, but I'm gonna sew this little scrap of fabric around the button that was here, just to make it tie in with the waistband a little bit more. So I'm just going to sew this around and then sew the back button back. I found a white color pencil and I did a basic drawing of what I want to embroider because I was struggling to figure it out without a little bit of help from a drawing. Somebody didn't want to be in the photo. Do you want to give me kisses? Okay, bye. So after taking that photo, I realized that I'm not 100% happy with these pants. I think they need more work. I had planned on doing more embroidery, and I thought maybe it was good enough, but I think I would like to add more of these designs throughout the pants. And I also want the fit to feel a little bit more like my favorite sweatpants, just to be a little bit looser, more comfy. I want these to be kind of a dressy sweatpant. Like, I don't know, something. That's what I had in my original vision and in my sketch. So I think they need more work. I think I was just excited to finish something. When I unpicked the hem of these pants, I may use that wool to insert a little bit down the side seam and give these a little more ease and a little more comfort. They are a little more snug than I would like, and I want these to be really comfy to wear around the house. I like to sit cross-legged and sew and knit and whatever, so I just want something more comfortable than these. They still feel a little too uptight for me. So, and then I will do some more embroidery like on the opposite side of the pants and maybe in the back as well, just to kind of tie it all in. And I just like the look of like a lot of hand stitching. So I'm going to keep working on this and let you know how it goes. Okay, I'm going to make a little hem out of this fabric, and luckily this fabric is just a teeny bit shy of the same width, so that's going to be perfect. So I'm going to cut 2 strips just a little bit wider than this elastic, and then I will sew the channel onto the hem of the pants, and that will add cinches at the bottom hem. I'm going to insert the elastic in this little channel right here, close it up, and then one of the legs will be done, and then I'll move on to the other leg. Okay, I finished sewing the bottom hem. They're looking nicely light sweatpants. They fit just how I want them. And so now what I'm going to do is just do some cleanup with some hand stitching. I need to sew this little hole here because that was too hard to get in with the sewing machine, so I'll do that by hand. And I'm planning to do on the side seams a bit of decorative stitching just to kind of unify the patchwork part here. And then I wanted to create a little bit of balance with this embroidery here by adding a little bit of embroidery here, maybe a little bit on this side. We'll see. I'm still debating, but I'm really happy. Now they're fitting exactly how I wanted. They're like super comfy. They're super warm. They're like very fancy sweatpants. Okay, I'm still in my pajamas, but I decided I would do some sewing. I have my helper who just settled in. Oh, hello. Hi, sweetheart. She just got cozy. She's just, and when it's cold, we got cold ears. She just wants to sit on me all day. So I did do some stitching to kind of cover the seam where I took in the hem a little bit because it was a little more balloony at the leg opening than I wanted. So adding some embroidery just to kind of cover that up, and then I'm gonna just add some decorative embroidery. So I'll do that on both sides. So this is as far as I got on the one side. So I did them kind of a blanket stitch, and then I did blanket stitch on the pocket opening. I'll probably do some decorative stitching on the side of the pocket opening as well. Maybe, we'll see. This may be like an ongoing project, but for now I'm just focusing on these sections on both legs because that's just going to add it for structure as well to kind of flatten out the seam. And yeah. But the fit is great. I have tried them on and they fit great. So once I'm kind of further along with the embroidery, I will do a try on. almost done. And my kitty has been like glue today. She just gets up for snacks and comes right back. I finished my pants over the weekend and I think they turned out really great. They're super comfortable. Two, three, pick a pose.